Hello YouTube viewers, today we're going to be looking at the evolution of the iPod Nano from the first generation, second generation, to the most advanced form, the third generation. First one that we'll be talking about today is the first generation iPod Nano. This one is, it came out in 2005, and it's classic iPod styling. White front, gray touch wheel, chrome back. The physical features of this iPod Nano, it's the thickest of all of them. This isn't very thick at all, but it's the thickest of all of them because they made them thinner and thinner over time. It's also the tallest of them. That doesn't really matter in case you have really short pockets. But it has the most lack of features. I mean, I like the iPod, but it has a lack of features. It only has music, photos, extras, settings, and shuffle songs. And the photo feature isn't even usable unless the screen's big, which it obviously isn't. It's pretty small. This iPod is my least favorite of the three. The music, it's very basic. It's basically like all the other iPods. The photos aren't really usable unless you have a bigger screen. This can be used as just a regular MP3 player, just like any other one, or MP4 as a matter of fact. I mean, I'm not bashing this iPod, but I honestly don't like it. This is the first generation. Now, we'll move on to the second generation, which I was lucky to find on the subway, which is pretty cool. But, yeah, the only reason that this is messed up is because there was a message on the back, and it sounded kind of weird if a man had it on the back of his iPod. But this one is the second generation iPod. I believe it debuted in 2006. This one has a bit of a bigger screen. This is the first iPod Nano that came in different colors. This one being pink. I don't know why, but I like it because I kept it. This one, I believe, has a more responsive touch wheel. This one has the same amount of features as the iPod Nano first generation, but it just has it's basically the same exact thing, but just in a different packaging. But this one is basically the same thing. It's got the same kind of features as the iPod Nano first generation, except that the scroll wheel has an indented button in the middle. It's not just flat across the screen. We'll do a screen comparison between the two. The second generation screen is a little bit bigger than the first generation's, and the second generation's is a bit wider and taller. But overall, they are basically the same thing, except this screen's a little bit brighter. This is a bit thinner than the other iPod, as shown here. And this one is a bit shorter than the other iPod. But as I said before, this thing is basically the same. So now we'll go over my favorite one of the series, the third generation iPod Nano. This one is a big evolutionary step for the iPod, as it's exploded with features and a bigger screen. This one is not classic iPod styling because the front is anodized aluminum, I think it is. I don't remember. But it's not the classic white front. But it does have the classic chrome back, which this one I kept nice, unlike my old other one. But this one is suitable for actually viewing photos on, as shown here. Hold on, let me just get up a photo. I'll have to angle my iPod so you can see it. Cat. Yeah, I don't know if you know who that is. Let me try and just fix the focus on here, see if maybe that'll help. Sorry about this. Hey, there we go, Cat. These photos are pretty clear. This is also the first iPod Nano with video features. I mean, this is a video that I downloaded off of YouTube. This one has pretty clear video, even when you downloaded it off YouTube. That's the Clash, in case you didn't know. This scroll wheel is a bit smaller than the others, which is completely fine, but the middle button's a bit bigger. This one also has one of my favorite features of all three of the iPod Nanos, the cover flow feature, as shown here. Yeah, I don't know why, but it's hard to get album cover artwork. It makes it very convenient. And then when you click on an album, I am clicking on AC/DC, it flips the cover around and you're able to see what songs are on there, which is very convenient if you want to find a certain person, certain album, or whatever. This one also has the better of the graphics, I think, although it really doesn't matter. I mean, the games on this one are a bit better, but this one is just completely better than all the others. It's a huge evolutionary step, as I said before, in the iPod series. I'm loading Vortex. This is the new iPod's games. Excuse me if I mess up, because I'm just trying to play it while looking at the camera. But this one has the better graphics of the three iPods. This one has a far, you can tell, it has a far wider and bigger and brighter screen than the three. As you can tell with the second generation, it's much, much bigger. The screen is about 2 times bigger. But this one is a bit wider than the iPod, but this one is shorter, which makes up for that. So this is the iPod 3rd generation, but this is the best one by far that Apple has made. I think best iPod Nano. And this one came out in 2007, late 2007, as I should say, and it was popular during the holiday season. I mean, I don't even know what to say anymore about it. But that was my review, or the evolutionary steps of the iPod Nano. And look for more videos like this. Peace, YouTube.